I feel like I'm just gonna watch this video because it's a good summary. Let me pull this up because this is to answer questions and everything. Here we go. But we're just gonna watch it all the way through, pause, react, respond, etc.
Earlier today, Dream finally admitted to cheating his 1.16 speedrun.
That
and
is
in a nearly 3,000 word
misinformative.
apology, claimed that it was all just an accident.
That is true.
He modded
That is
the
true.
game, accidentally left those mods on during his speedruns, and haven't
Partially
heard
true.
This Dream's apology begs us all to move on from the drama. And the reality is that we have. Why is he in his bathtub at 4 a.m. bringing it up again? It's because earlier in the day, moderators rejected yet another run of his for cheating.
That is not true. That is very misinformative. So this run, you can even see on the screen right now what it says. It says rejected. Run has some questionable aspects and was performed by a known cheater. Okay. The mods yesterday confirmed in the Discord and said that no one, because that people shouldn't be saying that this run was rejected because it was confirmed as a cheated run. It wasn't confirmed as a cheated run. They removed it because it's a standard practice to remove any run that could potentially be cheated from somebody who had a run removed. And this happened around MCC time the other day. So this guy saying that is just misinformation because it's not true. The run was not removed because it was a cheated run. The main reason that I hadn't said anything about this for the last 3 months, however long since I removed the response video, was because it's being brought up again. So I was like, I'll take this opportunity. I can bring it up because it's already being brought up again. And I got a message from somebody. I won't name who they are, but I got a message from somebody. It was a very nice message, and it made me want to say what I said. And it was somebody who had said before, called me manipulative and called me things before that upset me. And they messaged me and they apologized and said that they should never have said that, and said that they didn't believe in what they had said before. And that made me feel more inclined than I had at the time. Anyway, so those are the reasons, but that is just a complete misleading lie, essentially saying this was rejected for cheating. It wasn't, and the mods have said in the Discord that's not why it was. I'm sure that they think it could have been. I'm sure there's plenty of people that think it could have been. To me, it makes sense, and I said that in my paste bin. I said, yeah, that's cool. That makes sense. And actually, as of yesterday, I myself removed all my runs. So no more drama regardless.
His 1.15 world record speedrun. Gotta say, it's some really interesting timing for him to suddenly become apologetic about the situation.
I mean, I've been apologetic about the situation since January. Again, that's very misleading. I apologized to the mods in I think January, and I apologized to other people in January. Saying that I randomly had a change of heart is not true whatsoever.
Let's talk about the apology. Dream
Okay,
starts
let's
off
do it.
by explaining how he hired a developer to write a mod for his patch 1.16 challenge videos. And
Yes.
Dream says it was for convenience.
No. So again, I feel like he's just selectively highlighting things and reading them. So in this previous screenshot that we will go back to, we had just hired a developer to help with coding mods for videos. Now, this is coding mods plural. Now I'm talking about actual mods. I don't know, as an example, maybe Sapnap's video, mobs being giant, or Anfrost's video, mobs being tiny, or my video, mobs being random sized, so on. And usually we use plugins. This is a mod, Minecraft, but it's pitch black. How can we do that without a mod? You need a mod, not a plugin. And mods and plugins are different. Anyway.
Challenge videos, and Dream says it was for convenience.
So that's misleading because that's not at all what happened. But
didn't want to waste so much time acquiring the ender pearls needed to beat the game.
So in our challenge videos, this is something that we said before on live streams. Pearls are very hard to obtain, and so for challenge videos where we're just playing for fun and we're trying to beat the game, and we're not going to sit there in caves for a million hours hunting endermen. We want to be running around and being killed by epic whatever challenge we're doing. Obviously, that's how that makes sense. That's something that's not an unreasonable thing to say. But that's a plugin though, not a mod, and that's very important. This is the part that people are misconstruing. That's a plugin, and it's a plugin that we've had for since the beginning of my YouTube, essentially.
Dream claims that this mod was used accidentally in his speedruns.
No.
And it follows
That is
from
just
his behavior
false.
that
That's
he
just
also
false.
never noticed that this mod was being used.
Okay. What I explained in the document that everybody that has made a video on this clickbaiting Dream said he cheated has chosen to either intentionally or unintentionally miss out is that I've never ever in any of my videos used a mod that increased pearl rates or increased blaze rod rates. And as a developer, plugins and mods are completely different. If you tried to use a plugin as a mod, they don't work. They don't work in a similar way whatsoever. So a plugin that increases pearl rates that we've had since the beginning of time is not similar at all to a mod that increases pearl rates that I had no idea existed. So that's the first thing. Secondly, it's an iteration of a mod. So in this case, just to explain more thoroughly, because the pastebin, I guess, isn't completely thorough. This is the timeline of events here. I'll you know what? I'll open Paint. I'll open Paint. Let me draw a timeline of events. So we'll say we'll just draw a line. BT. This is the beginning of time. Okay. This is literally the beginning of time. We'll mark this. This is the beginning of time. So this is 1.16 coming out. Okay. Now from the beginning of time to 1.16 coming out, we had a plugin for challenge videos that increases pearl rates. Now, around, let's say like here or something, I started paying a developer to make mods for my YouTube channel because I don't know how to code mods. I only know how to code plugins. Anyway, after this point, which is when they're hired and they're working on coding mods, I asked them, can they make a mod to improve our videos? And at no point in time in history did I ever say to make a mod that upped pearl rates or upped blazer rates or anything. I said make a mod that improves our videos. Now, I'll show you the difference. Let me go ahead and close out Paint. So right now I'm on no mod. You see my F3 menu? It's like big and bulky. You see all this stuff? There's like a million things. It's annoying. It's like hectic, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and switch Minecrafts real quick. And I'm going to put on my recording mod. All right. So as you can see, okay. All right, never mind. This says Dream Not Found. Okay, anyway, okay, that's part of the mod, but okay, that's actually not part of the mod. That's part of. Okay, I didn't do that. That's all I have to say. I didn't do that. Okay, whatever. I'm moving on. Anyway, so okay, whatever. Anyway, as you can see on my F3 menu, look at my coordinates. You see the difference, right? Now, when I go to like load like a texture pack, whatever. Okay, I don't even care. I'm just switching. Look, there's fan art. It's incredible. It's amazing fan art. You can't do that in normal Minecraft. That's incredible. That's from a mod. There's plenty of things like that are very niche that just you probably don't even realize that are in like manhunts and other videos that make the video better because we want to have high quality videos. And you would never even know they're there, but we do it because we're good at what we do and we want to make good content. All right. Anyway, so now that we're past that, essentially the timeline of events, we go back to our Paint, which we so graciously have here. Now, when 1.16 released, the developer, who's been working on mods since many months before 1.16 was released, realized that in 1.16, there's piglin barters, right? Piglin barters. And piglin barters are better for getting pearls than killing endermen. And so he realized, oh, well, whenever their plugin that currently works on 1.14 can be better on 1.16, right? And so on 1.16, he worked on a plugin. Now again, a plugin, not a mod, okay? A plugin, which is completely different. I was not aware even of this plugin being worked on. Now, he also made a mod, and I'll explain why. In single player, it's different than in multiplayer. And we've done videos that have to be in single player, like the shock video. You need a client-side mod for that. So them having the foresight that they do thought, oh, well, that'd be great. I can make a mod that does it as well. That way, even if they're doing it in single player, they still have the same effect because that would be pretty annoying. Anyway, so this was put in an early iteration of the Dream Team mod. I was unaware of this. Now, this mod is something that I used frequently in all of my recordings, and I was testing frequently in all of my streams and all of my practices and everything. And this mod, I had no reason whatsoever to believe that this would ever have any negative thing in it. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the second that I was accused, which was a week after my stream, people are saying, how would he not realize? The first thing I would do is check my mods. Like, yeah, I did. And as a Java developer, I decompiled them with the Java decompiler to even look through the code and make sure. And there was nothing. But the problem is I was asked a week after my run. And in a week, a lot changes. So I move mods around. Mods are deleted. New versions of mods are updated, so on and so forth. Now I'm going to continue watching this video.
Let's permit
So again,
the
that
fact
point
that
is
it
just
is
whatever. It's
technically
annoying.
possible to accidentally play with cheated mods. But even if you did believe that, to not notice it over numerous streams, and then after being called out...
Dude, it's binomial distribution. It's not... I feel like maybe he watched my streams back then and and didn't see anything. But he's like, oh, you should realize as an experienced speedrunner. Like, this was my second time ever running 1.16. My second time ever. I had never run 1.16 other than when 1.16 first came out. I didn't know Bastion routes. I didn't know almost anything about 1.16 speedruns. I didn't know what a strider was. I asked if you could eat it. I asked if you could eat the strider. Okay? I didn't know. You're calling me a professional speedrunner on 1.16. You're acting like I should notice when I have slightly more drops or think it's ridiculous. Obviously, that fed into the fact of me realizing, oh, yeah, me not having any inclination at all. Like, how would I possibly have cheated? So I don't think it's unreasonable at all, but...
even entertain the possibility that the drop rates were modded when you'd been using a mod that does literally exactly that.
That's just a lie. I've never knowingly, since I've played Minecraft 11 years ago, said or ever used a mod that had increased pearl drops or blaze rods intentionally in videos or out of videos. Again, plugins and mods are very different. I just want to reiterate that. Mods and plugins are different. I've never once in my life had a mod that did that. Why would I even think that I would? But as I explained earlier, I actually did. I actually did at one point go, okay, well, maybe I do have a mod somewhere that has increased pearl rates. And I went through my computer and I decompiled things. But the problem is this was over a week later. Anyway.
Is not realistic. This
it is
also
realistic.
A mod that he personally hired
no,
to
this
make
is just
for
a
him.
lie. That's just a lie. I didn't hire a developer to purposely, like, I didn't go to the developer or any developer and say, make a mod that has increased pearl drop rates or blaze rod rates. Like, no, I did not do that. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Okay, I agree. I agree with them. I agree. If that was the case, that would be absolutely ridiculous, and they have a complete reason to be like, wow, what an idiot. That's ridiculous. How foolish does he think we are? That's not the case at all.
But he claims to not understand how it was affecting his game, and it was an accident that he used it in his run? That's not remotely believable.
How?
Dream comes across as attempting to muddy the waters and deflect blame to the modder for his own mistake.
Okay, I didn't name the modder. I didn't say it's the modder's fault. Since when is explaining a situation deflecting blame? That's not at all. In my apology, I was saying many things about it that were not deflecting blame in any way. I was saying, yeah, I was an asshole. Yeah, I was a fool. I was an idiot. Yeah, I shouldn't have done what I did. I should have realized way sooner. I apologize for that. I apologize to the mods. And the person that I believe was by far the most affected in this whole drama was Geosquare, who made the original video. Geosquare has reached out to me, and we're good. We talked about it. We apologized to each other in private and worked it out. That doesn't have to be a public display. Not everyone makes their apologies and misgrievances public for sympathy points.
At the end of the day, though, it's not difficult to notice when there are mods affecting your game.
It is
and it was
difficult.
his job as a speedrunner submitting a time to notice it.
That's
if
true.
If I were caught modding my game and had submitted my run, I would be embarrassed and...
I am embarrassed, and I was embarrassed for a very long time. Ever since that I've known, which was when I removed the response video 3 months ago, and I realized, and I talked with the developer, and I ended up realizing, oh, there's a time frame that matches up where I potentially could have had a mod on that would have increased rates. I felt really guilty. And since then, I've been kind of I'm saying, I'm just being completely candid. I have streamed way less because of it. I have been way less active. I've felt embarrassed. I felt guilty, and it sucks.
The speedrun moderator team did ask Dream to see the contents of his mods folder. In a Twitter thread, Dream claimed that he provided moderators with everything they asked for. Dream then immediately contradicted himself, writing that he wasn't able to provide them with the mods folder because he overwrote it. The moderators state, however, that...
So again, just to clarify this is way before anything was like, I was like being accused of cheating. They were investigating the run, but they weren't telling me, hey, you cheated. We were on really good terms. We were just talking. They said, hey, can you provide your mods folder? I said, hey, no, I move files around. It would be useless. And then they said, oh, okay, well, just give us a list. And I said, okay, sure. And I gave them a list. I think the mods at that point were being very respectful and were being very courteous. And I was being respectful to them, and I was providing them what I could. At this point, me saying I provided everything that the mods asked for was true.
Dream then immediately contradicted himself, writing that he wasn't able to provide them.
I didn't contradict myself because I provided everything they asked for. They said, that's fine. Do you have this? And I said, yes. So I felt like it was like a substitute.
The moderators state, however, that Dream told them he deleted his mods folder in frustration after hearing their accusations.
That's true. But again, it's misleading. I have mods for speedruns, mods for videos, mods for 1.8, whatever. And they're all in different folders. And so when I was being accused of cheating by everybody in the speedrun Discord and everybody on Twitter that wasn't a fan of mine, and I had no idea what was going on, I deleted my speedruns mods folder because I didn't plan on speedrunning at all anymore. And this was after the mods had already asked me for everything that they could have. So it wasn't like, wow, he deleted the one thing that could prove his innocence. Like, no, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was a week later. It was already modified, and you already move it in and out. And two, that seems pretty logical to me. Hey, you're not speedrunning anymore. You have a useless folder. Why would you not remove it? I'm pretty sure the folder was empty at the time anyway. But anyway, that's just a miscommunication, and I feel like this is just him taking it completely out of context because it's not even remotely true.
Despite claiming to regret the situation, Dream took numerous jabs at and deflected blame to the moderators. Dream stated that rejecting his 1.15 run after 11 months was dumb, but he also says it was understandable.
I felt like it was kind of dumb, but also it's understandable. And I said that. I said it's understandable. And the line that he didn't read right after it, I said, if anything, I deserve it. And he doesn't read that. He reads the I think it's dumb part and then ignores the next like sentence and a half that basically says, yeah, the mod team in this case is right. They're just doing their job and they're trying to make sure for sure that they're doing what's right. And so obviously it's just being misleading, not reading the I deserve it and not reading the just not reading the entire thing. So
he states that the mods were extremely unprofessional, but that it's understandable because they're just a group of volunteers.
Yeah, and they've admitted that. They've apologized to me in private for being unprofessional. They've DM'd me and said, hey, yeah, we're sorry, we could have handled things better. And again, that's all handled privately. It's not something that we're going to be publicly tweeting out on Twitter every time we exchange words in private. It doesn't make any sense. So me saying that at the time I was frustrated because I felt like they were handling it unprofessionally, again, I'm just sharing my mindset from the time. And it was something that is objectively true. Because they've agreed to it, I've agreed, I guess I've agreed to it, but again, I'm just as human as they are. I still have a lot to learn as a creator, and like I said, I'm sorry for it, and I'm sorry that I was an asshole. I shouldn't have been an asshole. I need to get better at controlling my emotions when I'm mad.
Worst of all, Dream calls them out for not being impartial enough, claiming that the situation played out so poorly because they could have been more friendly with him.
I mean, what I meant by that, let me just read exactly what I said. I said, I had plenty of valid reasons to believe that they weren't impartial, and had the mod team and I been completely friendly from the beginning, I believe it never would have gotten to the point that it did. I mean, again, they've admitted I had valid reasons to believe that they weren't impartial. There was multiple people on the mod team that openly disliked me and have said, yeah, they openly dislike me. Now, does that mean that they're going to do something impartial, especially when it means numbers? No. But does it mean that I could think that they would? Yeah, I'm human. I'm going to think if somebody that doesn't like me is in charge of potentially something that could like hurt my career, I'm going to be thinking, oh, this is worrying. This person that doesn't like me has a lot of control over public perception, which was dumb of me to think, but I feel like it's not completely unreasonable given the circumstances.
With him. Let me remind you that they posted a report about probabilities and that this was his response.
So, this is my response to their document. This is my response to their video. And again, I was being an It was dumb. It was made emotionally right after I saw the video. And again, me and Geosquare are on good terms now. He messaged me. I messaged him. We were talking with each other. I just saw a video get posted, and I had talked to Geosquare the day before after I had heard that they might be doing a video. I was like, hey, if you're going to be releasing a video, that'd be a huge deal. I said, let's work it out. Let's figure out what's going on. Now, it was a little too late, but the reason I was as pissed as I was, which I shouldn't have been, but the reason behind why I was pissed was because I felt like betrayed, I guess. I was like, what the hell? I tried to be nice. And it was like, yeah, you did try and be nice, but you tried to be nice a month and a half after you were already an asshole to them. They didn't really have any reason to believe that I was acting in good faith, especially from their perspective. So it's understandable. It makes sense.
Dream really doesn't come across as giving a shit about the moderators at all.
I'll be honest. At that point, I did not. That was of me, but I didn't. And so I cared more about myself than I did about a mod team that I thought was slandering me and that I thought was acting in bad faith. Now, again, they weren't. They were doing their jobs. They were acting in good faith, and they did what they should have done. There you go. There's that statement.
Dream acknowledges that he dragged the moderators through the mud and was an asshole to them, and claims to be apologetic. Yet despite the fact that his fan base has been actively shitting on anyone stating that he cheated, including myself, for the past 6 months, Dream only chose to come clean now, after moderators...
I mean, these people, I feel like, just like, they love cherry picking like evidence. Like, he shows this screenshot, which is one random screenshot. Dream did not cheat. Apologize. Like, showing like how toxic this person's so toxic. Dream did not cheat. Apologize. And then a reply with 7 likes, and this guy didn't even like his own comment. He has no likes. And then this guy with 5 likes, Dream cheated. Check out 7 likes. Oh, this guy said keep being ignorant. Okay, so he's arguing back and forth. But like 5 likes, 7 likes, 0 likes, 0 likes. Like, oh wow, you're being so overwhelmed by this guy saying apologize and spelling it wrong. Is death threats or harassment justified in one situation or the other? No, they're never justified under any circumstances ever. No matter what. No one should do it, regardless of who it's to or why.
Dream claims he never told the truth sooner because he figured the community had been through enough.
So, again, like, just the whole way he puts it, it's just so misleading. He says that I didn't tell the truth earlier. No, I didn't lie. As soon as I realized that what had happened, I removed the video, and I said on live streams multiple times, I said, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Yes, it's been 2.5 months since I realized, and I should have said something earlier. I'm sorry for that. The run was invalid. That's 100% true. I did not intentionally cheat in any way whatsoever, and I felt bad after I found out that I had used a mod in one of my submitted runs on 1.16 that I never uploaded on YouTube. I was in the wrong. I was technically in the wrong the entire time. Yes, unknowingly, but it doesn't matter. If you do something bad unknowingly, you apologize for it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking responsibility. I'm saying I'm sorry. That's what I did in my paste bin. Anyway.
In my opinion, his motive for making the apology was the same as before, to baby rage because his runs got rejected.
How? I said they were right. In my own post, I said they were right and that I deserved that and that it was something that should have been done. And I said that it was common practice and to not hate on the mods in any way whatsoever. How is that baby raging? Come on.
It doesn't come across as sincere. I think it demonstrates a pattern of lying, and I don't think he deserves your sympathy. He's a great player, and just like Cotton, people would respect him more if he were just honest.
I swear, like, people just like want to see the worst in people no matter what. It's like, unless you're saying the worst thing possible, then you're being dishonest. So either way, there's my reaction to that video.